Do you know what I mean? Devolution. I mean, they built the Scottish Parliament. They said it was only going to cost 40 million. Okay, I got nothing to do with that. You built the Scottish Parliament. Oh, oops, 400 million. Not one minister was fired. Not one accountant was fired. Where did that money go? Not a check and balance went on. 400 million, 40 million. I remember this. And nothing was done. And now you've got that stupid munchkin woman talking about independence. No. This was all Blair. And Blair was against the people. He was against England. He's what you call a rat. He borrowed in. You know what I mean? Somebody said he was MI5. You know, there's been a rumour that he was MI5 or whatever he was. He wasn't for the people of this nation. This is the guy that said, the EU is going to be jobs, and lots of jobs. Yeah, for EU migrants, it will be jobs, but not for people in this country. Do you know what I mean? And ever since the Jews went to Scotland, you notice that the Scots can't stand the English. And what they've done is learn to speak English and get into Parliament. Blair's a Scot. Cameron's a Scottish Jew. John McDonnell's a Scot. I mean, most of the guys, Gordon Brown's a Scot. You name the politicians, lots of them are Scots. Where is our nation? It's been screwed. Who do you think's doing it? There's not one English person up in the Scottish Parliament right now, I bet you. So you've got people that don't really like the Union, right? And they pretend to be anti-racist, but they're racist. They're as racist as you can get. And I'm sorry that a lot of people were misinformed and taken for granted. And my vote was taken for granted by the left. Not anymore. Not anymore. It doesn't get taken, I don't take, my vote is not going to be taken for granted. I am of value, so is my vote, and so is my voice. And so are those who I believe will be listening and learning from this. We need better brains and better minds to assess what is going on in this world. So why do they lose? In reflection, they don't listen. They're about themselves. They don't know history. They don't care to want to know history. They appear to be working on a different agenda. An open door policy. We have our own union. It's not perfect, but it can be a lot better. And I've got some great ideas, so I would put those ideas one of these days. I just don't think that this is the time to do it. It's just my reflection on what's going on with the hand wringing. Oh, what happened? You know what happened. Because every time somebody calls into a radio station, you know what's being said, but you don't want them to talk, so you don't let them on. So this idea that you're being open and just call in, you've got fake callers, number one. And you see, what I'm saying is, don't worry. They will sign their own. They will sign it off themselves. You don't have to do nothing. We don't have to do no terrorism, none of that stuff. Don't do violence. There's no need to do any violence. This is already worked out. The truth will make you free. That's what you need. Defend free speech at all costs. That's all you need. Logic will determine that your free speech is all that you need. The truth will make you free. Won't set you free, it will make you free, because setting you free means you've locked yourself or someone's got a hold of you. But make you free is that you can never be. You know what I mean? It's impervious to be able to reason around it. You know? What goes up will come down. So, I think I've just about hit every point that I had to hit, really, in this impromptu discussion. But there is the prospect of there's been a bit of infighting already about it was Corbyn's fault that they lost, etc. But there's going to be a Labour election, and I see the female front runners, and there's going to be a long time they're going to be in the wilderness. Stop with the political correct policies, and anybody that wasn't politically correct is not in the party. And I noticed George Galloway has just made himself a new party. Got a new party. What is it? Socialist Workers' Party. I've just seen an advert when he's got this Socialist Workers' Party. I wonder what happened to He had a Respect Party before, but now he's got the Socialist Workers' Party. I'm not quite sure it's going to make much of a difference, but he's an intelligent man, but he believes that, I don't know, he believes in the Holocaust. I think he believes that 6 million Jews were killed, or something like that. Yeah. But he's an intelligent fella. I mean, we just got to, look, once we realise that a lot of what we told was a narrative, it's for you to use the gift of discernment. Look into all matters. Find out if one of those matters that you believe is true. Why would people say, you know, the climate change has got nothing to do with whether I drive a car or have a factory? Why would they? Why would people say MMR affects black boys 5 more times than white boys and is a great contributor to children getting autism? Why would they do this if there isn't some sound reasoning behind it? And in this case, logic and science backs it. It's not driven by the pharmaceutical moneyed class, the moneyed giants, you know, the ones who want the wars, you know, big pharma, or you know the war industrial complex, or any of those, you know, with vested interests that they're going to make profit out of selling munitions. This is just the people speaking for the people. You've got to, well, you don't have to. That's where we, you know, I don't want to dictate to you and tell you what you need to do. But anyway, I hope that, oh my God, this came off, and that might affect my broadcast. Can you believe that? Oh well, I'll call that a day, and we'll see how well it does. If it's not good, it's not going to get published. And if it does get published, it gets published, and it is what it is.